Hey everyone, welcome to Nicole, Windle Yoga. So today we're going to be focusing on digestion. So you just need a mat, get into something comfortable and let's get started. So we'll begin in a comfortable seated position. Allow the hands to come and rest down onto the knees, and we'll have the palms facing downwards and just gently bring the eyes to close. Allow the spine to be tall, shoulders relaxed. And just begin to take some deep inhales and exhales. Allowing the sit bones and the weight of the body to sink down into the mat. Allowing yourself to arrive on the mat, arrive in the present moment. And no matter how much you've eaten, however full you are, just allowing the natural flow of the food to move through the system. Then we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And again, deep breath in. Last one. And then gently opening the eyes. So keeping the hands on the knees, we'll begin with some spinal warm-ups. So as you inhale, leaning forwards, going over to one side. As you exhale, round through the spine, allow the head to drop as you move over to the opposite knee. Inhale, pull on the knees, pull the chest forwards. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, chest comes forward, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, rounding the spine. Just doing a few more in your own breath. And be sure to go round in the opposite direction. So inhaling forwards, exhale, rounding the spine. Holding onto the knees as much as you need to. And try and keep a softness in the shoulders. Allow the body to move. So we'll take one more breath. And then bringing it back to center. So placing your left hand down into the floor, we'll inhale, reach the right arm up, take it over the ear, start to walk your left hand away from you, bending the elbow. Keep sending the opposite buttock down towards the floor and try and lift up through the chest. Allow the arm to stretch away from the body. And if you can't feel the stretch, the space to go deep, you can start to bring that left arm down towards the floor, but try not to let that buttock come off the mat. Use the inhale to lengthen, exhale to sink and melt in towards the pose. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Place the right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. Soften the shoulders, walk the right hand away from you. That's it. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, melt into the pose. Again, send that opposite buttock down towards the floor. Keep rolling the shoulder open, lifting the chest up towards the sky. One more breath here. And then inhale, bring it all the way back up to center. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Left hand comes behind you. Take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, pull on that left knee, looking over to the left side. Try and get the twist from the spine and then allow the head to just follow. Not causing any unnecessary strain in the neck. Deep breath in, lengthen up. Exhale, twisting around a little bit more if there's space. And then inhale, come back to center. Bring the left hand onto the right knee. Right hand coming behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting over to the right. So your back hand is there to help lengthen up through the spine with each inhale. As you exhale, tugging on that knee a little bit more if there's space in the body. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Let's take one more breath. Inhale, coming back to center. And then we'll roll over onto our hands and knees, coming into our child's pose. So you can take the knees wide apart, big toes to touch, and come and bring the forehead down towards the mat, stretching the arms out in front. You can keep the arms stretched out in front, or you can bring the arms either side of the legs, bringing the feet, the hands towards the feet, shoulders resting on top of the knees. And just take some deep inhales and exhales. So however full you are, you can have the knees a little bit wider apart so the belly isn't pressing so much on the thighs. But gentle pressure is okay. Allow the neck to soften, shoulders to soften. Allow the jaw to relax. Allow the back of the neck to relax. And sending the breath to the back of the rib cage, expanding out to the armpits. Lovely, let's take 2 more breaths here. And then if you brought the hands by the feet, bring the hands by the face, or slide the hands down and then lift the torso up. Bring the legs together. So knees are together, feet are together. Bring the hands slightly behind you, fingers facing towards the toes. Nice. If the wrists feel a little bit dodgy, then you can turn the hands the other way. If not, bring the hands, fingers to face you. We take an inhale to lift up through the chest. Allow the head to look upwards if it's okay on the neck. And then you may want to stay here, or next option is to lift the hips away from the heels, lifting them up as high as you can, really pressing out through the hands. Nice deep breaths. We close down on the belly in child's pose, and now we're lifting up and opening up. One more breath. Exhale, releasing back down. Walk the hands forwards. Coming onto your tabletop, tucking the toes and then coming to sink on towards the heels. So step the feet a bit wider than hip distance apart, maybe even mat distance apart. Toes are out at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Allowing the sit bones to come down towards the floor, and if you can, bring the hands together at heart center. Allowing the back of the hands to press against the knees, and try and bring the hands together so the forearms come into a straight line. May need to just wriggle around a little bit. Maybe the heels stay lifted, that's totally fine. You can roll over the mat so the heels have got like something to sit on if you need to. So take an inhale to lengthen up through the spine, reaching up through the crown of the head. As you exhale, sending the weight down through the feet, through the sit bones. Now if the heels are grounded, can you try and roll the weight in towards the outer edges of the feet? Keep trying to open out through the chest. So your thighs should be pressing on the outer edges of your stomach, just helping to aid the digestion, sending it down in the right direction. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Last one. And then bringing the hands down in front, rolling forwards. Let's come back onto our hands and knees. Just take some slight movement, releasing out the hips, rocking from side to side, or maybe taking some cat-cows, arching and rounding through the spine. When you've done that a couple of times, send the feet to one side and come and lie down on your mat. So when you come down onto your mat, let's hug the right knee in towards the tummy. Try and send that right knee out to the side and up towards the right armpit. Keeping the left foot flexed and active. You can activate the right foot as well, pushing out through the big toe mound. Try and keep a softness in the shoulders, tucking in the chin so the back of the neck is long. And take an inhale, lift the leg away from the belly. As you exhale, pull it towards the armpit. Nice. Inhale, lift the leg away. Exhale, pulls it in. Let's take that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it tucked in. Keep breathing. Keep trying to lengthen through the whole spine, all the way up through the neck. And then we inhale, let the knee go away. Draw it back to center and then pull it in towards the belly. Let's bring the forehead towards the knee. Keep both legs activated, pushing out through the big toes. Really crunching into the belly here, depending on how much food you've just eaten. It depends on how much you can hug in nice and tightly. Let's take one more breath. Now and then gently release. Let's switch over the legs. So grabbing hold of the left leg, pushing out through both big toe mounds, and then inhale, lengthen left leg away. Exhale, take it out to the left, draw it up towards the armpit. Again, soften through the shoulders, soften through the back of the neck. Inhale, lengthen away. Exhale, pulls it in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, pulls it in. Let's take that one more time. Nice, let's keep it here, keep breathing. Just pressing in towards the edge of our tummies. Keeping the spine long, both legs active. Lovely. Let's inhale the leg away. Draw the knee into the center and then exhale, pulls it in. Bring the forehead towards the knee, knee towards the forehead. Keep breathing, keep squeezing. Can you press the lower spine down and towards the floor? Keeping active through the right leg. Let's take one more breath. And then gently release. Bringing the knees up towards the sky, feet onto the floor, and then bring the soles of the feet together, knees fall out to the sides. Now as this is digestion, let's give lots of love and warming energy to our belly. So bring the hands on top of the belly. You can have the heels far away or close in depending on how the hips are feeling. We're just opening up through the front body. Obviously the closer the heels are in, the more intense it's going to be. Stretch on the hips. The further away you want it to be, the less intense. So you can start off wherever you need to and adjust in time. And then just gently closing the eyes. Allow the back of the head, the back of the body to sink into the mat. So our gut is basically our second brain. So it's very intelligent. So let's send lots of love and warming energy through the hands into the belly. I don't know about you, but when I've eaten a lot, I tend to take a lot of deep breaths, sighing, helping with that full feeling. Inhaling, really expand into the belly, and as you exhale, let it all go. And again, take a deep breath in. Nice, taking one more breath. And then bring the hands onto the thighs, bring the knees together. Give yourself a big hug. Let's gently rock from side to side. So we'll finish off with a spinal twist. So bring the feet back down to the floor. Let's open the arms into a T shape. Inhale, lift the hips up and send them over to the right side of your mat so your knees can fall over to the left. So you may need to bring your left hand onto your knees. If you want to continue the stretch, allow the head to roll in the opposite direction. Allow the legs to be heavy, all the way down to the toes. Really relax them into the floor. Let's take some deep breaths into the right side of the rib cage. Lovely, then inhale, coming back to center. Bring the feet to the mat, lift the hips up, send them over to the left side of your mat so your knees can roll over to the right side. Again, maybe right hand on top of the thighs and allow the head to roll in the opposite direction. Again, soften the feet all the way down to the toes. Allow the legs to fall heavy as we breathe in and open up through the left side of the torso. And then inhale, coming back to center. Bring the feet back down, lift the hips so they're back in center of the mat. Allow the legs to fall to the bottom of the mat, feet fall out to the sides, tuck in the shoulders, palms facing upwards. And coming into your resting pose, your Shavasana. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale into the chest, fill up the belly. Exhale through the mouth. And just closing your mouth, bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. Thanking yourself for your practice. Thanking yourself for allowing some time and some movement to aid in your digestion. Bringing the hands together at heart center. Namaste.